I'm not even dancing that far away from the desk today. And I could go dance in the other corner today and you'd still be able to hear me.
Wait, go on the other corner.
You want me to go in the other corner? I'm in the other corner. I'm going into the closet now.
This is
My
what
closet
happens.
door is closed.
This is what happens when you try to film with Jonathan Howard. Heads up to anybody who wants him as a guest on their podcast.
He goes and hides in the closet.
I know.
It's Coffee Social, the podcast all about social media and business. And now, here are your hosts, Jonathan Howard and Mimi Langley.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jonathan Howard.
Hello, Mimi Langley.
Oh my goodness. What should we talk? Like, what are we talking about? I think we're both really giddy about this topic, talking about beta offers. I think we're just really excited.
Oh, yeah. We're really that excited about beta offers? Because people are going to think we're weird.
No, I don't think people talk about beta enough, honestly. So I think this is going to be
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Cheers. Before we get into it, you wanted to share your beautiful coffee with us.
Look how pretty my coffee is today.
If you're on YouTube, you can see it. Okay, so first of all, what is it? What is this contraption that you're calling coffee?
It's cold brew with coconut milk. But I frothed my coconut milk a little bit today.
Okay, so I'm like, I want to know all the details. First of all, what kind of coconut milk? What brand do you trust?
I don't know, the one that has coconut milk that they send me when I order coconut milk.
Where are you ordering your groceries from?
Hannaford's.
You have a Hannaford?
Yes.
I love Hannaford.
I have two Hannafords. One's over the bridge, which is actually the one I use, and then there's one down the road. Now, what's up with your sweatshirt? Why are you yawning at me?
No, it says yawn. I'm just very tired, Jonathan.
Okay. Fine then.
That's
clearly I'm boring.
Part of my New Year's resolutions for this, for 2025 is
to yawn more.
Well, to get more sleep.
Oh,
like
okay.
Actually good quality sleep. Like I need to get one of those things that tell you, how your sleep was.
Just get an Apple Watch.
They're just so bulky. I can't.
They're not bulky. It's not bulky.
That's big.
No, it's not.
It's annoying. It's like, you feel something on your wrist all the time.
I've got that and like my 3 bracelets on that wrist.
Do you have a Cartier bracelet?
No. Magnetite, blue, this is blue tiger's eye and a regular tiger's eye.
Oh, okay. You're going all like energy alignment. Finn would be proud.
I always wear these though.
That's nice.
Because they're like my fidget stick. You know how people have those little fidget toys and stuff? That's what those are for me. Like when I get nervous yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think Jonathan, we had enough to talk about at the beginning of this.
I know. We were... You guys, that's what 2025 is all about. Just kind of going with the flow.
I mean, he's just making it up as she goes along.
I'm making it up as I go. Okay, Jonathan, tell people, let's do a quick intro for any of the new listeners to Coffee Social, and then we'll dive into beta offers.
All right. Well, my name is Jonathan Howard. I'm the owner of Success on Social, and I help successful coaches reach their ideal clients through developing their signature style so they can show up and make some money online. Over to you, Mimi.
It's true, though. You've had a lot. When I was looking back, like a couple of months ago, back at your reflection for 2024, you had a lot of clients that you shared their success stories about making money and all that. So
making money, making a difference, all the things.
Well, Jonathan, hi, everyone. I'm Mimi Langley. And my intro is TBD, to be determined. That's how this year is going. So we'll see. Typically, I teach people how to use social audio, aka audio marketing. And then I also run, or I have run in the past, I might bring this back, a community for female entrepreneurs. So we'll see. Like Jonathan said, I'm going with the flow this year.
Going with the flow this year.
Okay, so let's talk about beta offers.
Yeah.
Did you know that you could beta offer pretty much anything? Right, Jonathan?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much anything. You could put a beta offer together for a run, thinking about anything, yeah.
I was thinking definitely for a masterclass, you can do a beta round. Beta round if you do boot camps, beta round if you do a membership. I certainly did. We can talk about what we did too to give examples. Like can you think of anything on the top of your head what
Yeah,
you did for beta?
So for me, the big one was courses. And I actually never ran my course as a non-beta. I kept changing it. And it was a big ass course. My full social media, like 8-week success on social media course, I ran as a beta 3 times. Because I changed it.
I didn't even think about, because I think every time I've done a beta, it's only been a one round of beta. So,
Well, then that's not a good beta.
well, no, I mean, it was enough for me to get to the, I
Yeah.
felt like for what I was creating now for you, because you created something really big, it makes sense. You had a lot of different
Yeah.
angles.
But the goal of a beta is that you can actually release it then as a regular product or service or opportunity.
It's like finalized.
You're testing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you did it 3 times.
I did. I did it one after another. And then I took it and I formalized it and I put it into my own platform and stuff like that. And after all the information that I got from everybody and did everything, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like mine. And I was like, this isn't working. Now, I use that course. Like there's so many parts of that course that I use for other pieces of content, other mini courses and stuff like that. So I got a lot from it, but I never ever launched the course as a whole.
Okay, my question to you is, we can talk about this later too, but did you raise the price? I'm curious. Did you raise the price the second time and the third time for beta?
First time it was an $800 beta. Second time was $1,200 beta. And then third time was, I think, 12 or 15.
Okay. I was just curious how you did that.
Yeah. And it's an 8-week course. So I was planning on it being about 35 to 4,000.
Okay. I didn't know that you did that 3 times. So I think that is actually good to mention, because when I'm thinking beta, I think, okay, and again, it depends on what you want to do and how big and large your course or whatever you're trying to put out is. But like, I was just thinking, oh, you do it one time only, and then you're ready to go. But clearly you could do it as many times as you want.
Yeah. And I'm a crazy tester. That's part of my downfall, because I could have taken it and put it out as a regular course right after the first one. But I'm like, what if I do these 3 things here? Will that make a difference? And, sometimes that's a little overthinking it.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of like the idea of getting multiple, it's kind of like beta groups. Like they do, like a lot of these big corporations will hire multiple beta groups to give different angles of feedback. So
Yep.
I like that. Okay. For me, 2 big ones would be, I had a 5-week boot camp that, I was teaching people how to host social audio rooms. So that was betaed.
And you released that one, though, as a real offer after that,
Afterwards,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The second round, it was a for real offer. And I did that in and I don't even know if there's a specific time to recommend to do this, but I did that one in the fall. And then the when it was out of beta, I released that in the beginning of the year. So just in case you guys want a timeline. And then the second one was I beta tested my membership. I was thinking about doing a membership. I wasn't sure if I really would be into it. So I was like, let me just do a 3-month beta of this membership for the female entrepreneurs. And yeah, so I did that. So here we are.
And what did you discover doing that beta for the female entrepreneurs that made you not go and launch that program?
Continue on. Thanks, Jonathan. Well, for me, do I have commitment issues? I don't think so. I'm a Gemini, if that tells anybody anything. And it's funny, like for me, it's like it's almost like I don't know, it's like I'm into something for a while, then I'm on to the next thing. Like I don't know if anyone else is like this. Which is probably why I don't work in the corporate world, because I just couldn't for 40 years and then retire. I just couldn't. But yeah, I think after, and it wasn't that the beta was bad. The beta was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. But I think it was also timing. I think it's important to, we talk about this all the time. Like after you're done doing it, reflect and you know what I mean? Like it's okay. I betaed it. So now I have everything I need if I want to launch it again, so.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
That's the answer. That's fine. I was just wondering because there's a lot of people out there that will do betas and maybe they will launch it, maybe they won't. And, you know, sometimes they feel guilty for not launching things and you shouldn't. It's part of the process.
It is. Actually, this is really good to bring up because you're right. I think we think, oh my gosh, okay, I've done the beta. Now I have to, you know, this is how it's supposed to go. And no, it doesn't have to go that way. I mean, clearly you took yours and you broke it up and did multiple things with the material.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the reason we're betaing a program is to see if it works. And if it doesn't work for us or it doesn't work for the people in it or all of that, then it doesn't work. And that's okay then. You did the beta test and they helped you and they're going to help you with whatever's next then in the process because that information is never going to be lost. There's no mistakes. There's no failures. It's information.
And it depends too, like if you're like, if it's a time sensitive type of material, then okay. But, you know, if it's not time sensitive, yeah, 3 years from now, you could, you know, exactly. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No pressure. This is a no pressure podcast. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's jump into other benefits. Cause I know we kind of, I'm happy that we shared our experiences.
Yeah.
The first thing we have on our list is that your beta testers will help you actually build and create the finalized product. Do you want to expand more on that, Jonathan?
Yeah, I think it's great because what it really does help you do is understand what your audience is looking for. You know, we always tell you, you've got to know your audience. You've got to figure out what they need, what their problems are, how you solve those problems in a unique way. And a beta allows you to do that with them. So you can say, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm working on. Here's the things I have for you. But is this enough? Like, is this what you're looking for? What else would you like to see in here? And then you can adjust that accordingly. The other thing that it allows you to do, and this may jump into the second one a little bit, but is it allows you to see what you like to do out of it as well. Because sometimes, like I know with my intensive, next round, I'm not promising a full content review because that's 30-page document that I got to create for each and every person in my intensive, which takes a lot of time. I need to do that either in advance of it before they get into the intensive or, you know, so there's things like that you can discover when you're doing a beta. It's much easier than when you launch a product and now I've got it out there and I've got to change it.
Yeah, that's very true right there. That last part. I mean, all of it. I was thinking too, like, I love the build as you go. I didn't think I was going to do that because of how my brain is. Normally, like when I'm launching something, like I like everything to be done and I like, you know what I mean? But I will tell you, both times I did the beta, like at least for the boot camp, that was a 5-week boot camp. And I had week 1 done. Like when we finally went live, I had week 1 done. I mean, I kind of had an overview of how all 5 weeks would go. But nothing was built. Nothing was built in slideshows, nothing. And it's funny, like after week 1, you're right. Like people tell you where they're at. Like you have an idea as the coach or the mentor or whatever, what they need, but they will tell you like, what they need.
Yeah. They will tell you what they need and they will let you know if it's sufficient. And the other thing is they know they're in a beta, so they understand that their feedback is going to make a difference in where the beta is going even the next week. So, you know, that can help them really be more willing to talk about things.
Oh my gosh, yes. And another example of this, building as you go, they can also, like for the membership beta, I remember like the girl, like all the female entrepreneurs, I call them girls because it was, girl, you've got this. All the beta testers, they requested something. They wanted like a spreadsheet where they could put kind of like their goal, you know, because a lot of what the membership was about was hitting this specific goal. Like we would have co-working sessions to hit this specific goal. And they wanted a spreadsheet where they could see like the list of everybody's goal and like cheer each other on. And I didn't think to do that. So you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, no, it is. I do enjoy doing a beta because it does help you learn so much. And it's great market research.
A couple more things on this. Okay. Other things that they can help you build, you know, where do they like to have the community? like if a lot of these programs or whatever you're trying to create, sometimes you'll have like a community accountability group of some sort, whether it's on Facebook, WhatsApp, your favorite Discord.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain, tell people, this wasn't beta, but you learned from your group that they didn't like Discord.
They hated Discord.
How did you learn that?
Discord. Because they hated it and they wouldn't go over there. And they said they hated it. They absolutely, well, Mimi, do you like Discord?
I don't hate it. I think it's, I think visually it's just not I'm a visual person. Yeah.
So they hated it and they told me they hated it, which makes like my life more difficult because what I could do in Discord, which I can't do right now, like I have to create a new Facebook group for my intensive. I can't house it in the same Facebook group. So like I could do that all in Discord without having to manage multiple groups and remembering going back and forth. I could just go one place. But yeah, and now the people that are members, and they'll all be members that are in the intensive, also have to be in 2 Facebook groups until I close one of them.
Okay. But now people your people like to work with Facebook. That's what they're comfortable with, what they're, and same thing for me. It's like, I'm not really a huge fan of Facebook groups, but that's where we ended up too. So, the other thing was communication. Did you communicate well with them? Like, did you send the appropriate amount of emails to remind them of Zooms that you're, a Zoom call that you're having? Did, things like that. What do you think, Jonathan, about the whole communication aspect of it?
Yeah, and I think that's partially from your beta, but also from things that you've learned over time about your audience. Like I've learned that I need to email 3 times for a meeting. It needs to be the week before. Well, obviously at the beginning of the month, they get a schedule, but then the week before and the week, and then like the day of, they need to make sure that they get reminder emails and then an hour before, because if they don't get that hour before, they don't show up. They forget.
I think I did like 5 reminders. Like I know I did the morning of, an hour before, and 15 minutes before. Or 10 minutes before doors opened. Like for the Zoom call. So like, yeah, you're right though. It's like, but and you'll find out, people will message you and say, hey, I didn't get the link. And it's like, okay, there's some kind of mishap going on.
Right. Right. And it's not necessarily the other thing that you learn when you're doing beta is to remind them to whitelist your email.
Oh, so like you're not going in the junk folder?
In the junks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Let me tell you too, another thing is I love communication. So I try to be super clear and I probably over communicate. But I will email. I think you do this too, but sometimes I would over communicate. Like and that's fine. Like that's just how I am. Like that's how I work, because I know from previous experience that some people don't check their email. So if you're just relying on email, and then some people don't check the Facebook group. So if you're just relying on the Facebook group, so these are things that you do learn.
Yeah. Yeah. And even, for the intensive, I'm looking at doing text messaging as well, because I can do text messaging because people don't look at email or they don't see it. So, yeah.
And the Facebook group post gets lost
because it's a Facebook group, which is why I hate Facebook.
But I like the text messaging idea. We'll have to do an episode on how should you communicate.
We should maybe go to a commercial break. Do I have to hit the button today?
Yes. Do you remember where the button is? We'll be right back. All right, Jonathan, we're going to fly through the second point because we kind of already sort of talked about it. And that is that it's a benefit for you too. I'm going to put my angle on this. It's a benefit for you to beta test, because you never know if you actually like something until you do it. So that's why, like with the membership, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a forever thing for me. Like I like the idea of having a membership, but will I actually like running one? And so that's why I beta tested it. It really showed me kind of the behind the scenes of like, this is really what it feels like to run a membership. So yeah.
Yeah. And I like that, but I also think it helps you understand what it is about the process that you like and dislike, because you might have disliked running the membership in that way, but you could have discovered that you could do it easier by doing it this way, or maybe changing up how many times you're meeting, all those things that you can change because you're doing a beta, and your audience, your people in that will give you feedback and say, you were emailing us 5 times a day and that was ridiculous, whatever it might be. And then you can adjust, or they can say, we really liked this, but we didn't like this. And that thing that they didn't like might be the thing that you didn't like either.
Right.
And then you don't have to do that anymore. And you can have a membership that just doesn't include that.
You know what's so funny? The way when you said that, I was like, okay, because I would, at least for the membership, because we would have multiple meetings, and I already said I like to over communicate, but I would email them. I would also create a Facebook group event every single time. And I remember one of the beta testers was like, Mimi, you don't have to do all of it. Like, you could just we don't need to create a Facebook event every time. Like,
right.
Yeah. So anyways.
Yep.
But I like the whole,
communicates.
I like to over communicate. Okay. I'm like, but you're right though. That would have saved me a lot of time to not, you know what I mean? Because it was the same thing every week. It's like, do they really need a Facebook event every week?
Well, you can create repeating Facebook events now.
Of course you can. Oh, now it's a new thing?
I don't know if it's a new thing,
I didn't
but
see it before.
Since the last time I quit Facebook groups and then I came back for the thing,
then
it was there.
I probably had the option and I just didn't even notice it because I would literally create a new one. Anyways, you're right though. Okay, let's go on to number 3.
Yes.
We have 4, you guys. So the third one is, I think a lot of people feel like if they do a beta that, yes, they're going to learn a lot, but they're not going to make money. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of floating around. So people skip and they go right for the full price item to sell. But what do you think, Jonathan? I mean, I've certainly made money.
I've made money on my betas. Like I said, my first beta was $800 and I had 10 people in it.
Right. Like, so it doesn't have to be like low price.
Right. It can be, but it's lower than what you're expecting. $800 for a 5-week program. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Like my current program is $2,000 for 3 weeks. So.
Right. Well, my 5-week boot camp. Oh my gosh, you're going to yell at me.
I will, but don't worry about it.
The 5-week boot camp was $97.
Yeah.
That was my beta price. So.
She'd never do that again because I would kill her.
Hey, but it was fine, but yeah. So like you can make money. You determine what your pricing is. And you were talking about this earlier when we were writing this point down about how it can help you kind of, well, one, feel more confident in selling, like your selling strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. It will allow you to, one, see what points like people actually jumped on that were powerful for your audience. So whatever, I would say if you're doing a beta, try marketing in like 4 different ways and see which ones take. And then the other thing is it allows you to build the confidence to ask for the money that you deserve for your product, because you deserve probably more than you're thinking of charging. We all probably do.
Always.
Unless we're one of those top tier coaches that is asking for $40,000 for a 5-week program. We could all probably, and there are coaches out there that get $40,000 for a 5-week program.
I think about that all the time.
So, yeah.
But you have to be confident behind the selling.
Right.
Do we have an episode on selling? I don't think we do.
I don't think we do because we keep wanting to get a sales professional.
We need to get an expert, yeah. We'll find somebody.
Because neither of us are, and neither of us asked for what we deserve.
It's true.
And I don't say what you're worth because human is worth more than any amount of money.
I love that. No. Gosh, where are we going with this? So, yes, you can make money even with the beta. Mm-hmm. You can charge what you want to charge. There's no like, it has to be $20. Okay, you guys. Right. And it will help you feel more confident selling it. Yeah, and getting people in.
Agreed. And it's like Mimi says, it doesn't have to be $20. It can be $800. It can be whatever. But almost make it a little bit past your comfort zone so that you have to build the confidence while you're selling it.
There's that push. Jonathan, that's your signature style.
Yes.
You do. No, I'm not. It's appreciated because like for me, I'm just like, okay, go with, where you're comfortable.
No.
And you're like, just a little over that. You're like the 1%. You're like, what is that book that's amazing? The Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Yes. It's like, you're a little above your comfort level.
Little
Like,
above your comfort
I
level.
like that a lot, actually. Okay, the last point is make sure you do get a survey. Like, have them take the survey at the end of everything. Let them know. Like, I don't know if you talk about this. Like, I feel like it's almost just known as a beta tester, you're going to get surveyed at some point. I like to over communicate, but I usually put that in my material, like when they're purchasing, like, not it's obligated, but you know what I mean? Like, just kind of what to it.
Yeah, I included that so in my material, but I also, what I did, because it was a course and there were certain things that they had to prepare for each week, at the end of that week, before they checked off that week for their course as completed, it actually popped up a survey for them to fill out for that particular section, which was great because I could get feedback each week on what was working and what wasn't, which I could then use when I was building out the next week.
See, I just did one lump survey at the very end of like the 5-week.
Yours wasn't a course though. It was more
I know, but
freeform.
Still, like, that's actually, what system did you use? Do you remember?
It was on my own. No, the first time I did it in Facebook. I just created a guide that had the survey in it that they had to finish before they checked it off.
Okay. I like that. That's good. I like that a lot. See, like my end of the ending survey, that's where you could ask some questions like, would you pay, or what would you pay for this boot camp again if you had to take, or you know, something like the wording, like, so then you can give them like 3 options of pricing that you're thinking you're going to charge for the finalized edition.
Yep. And you can get all sorts of feedback. I mean, and you also should always ask for the review in that survey.
Yep.
Always
How do you
ask
do
for the
that?
review.
Just if you want to give us a quick, like, what's your take on?
So my take on it is, honestly, when I tell people they're in a beta, or if I give away a free program for something where it's just like, I make it known, if you enjoy this, please, I'm not begging you. No, it would greatly appreciate a Google review. And I do use Google reviews because those are on my, when you search your website, when you all SEO, all of that, those reviews come up. So that's probably, in my opinion, the strongest review you can get.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan, you're blowing my mind right now. I didn't even know that we could have a Google review. Like, for whatever reason, I thought that was like restaurants and stuff.
No, if you have your own business page, you can get a Google review.
Oh, a Google business page.
Yeah. And you should if you have a business.
I don't have a Google business page.
Well, we'll work on that.
Guarantee you, there are many people listening in right now, Jonathan, that do not have a Google business page.
Yeah, and sometimes it's because they work at a home, but you can get for very reasonable prices now, one of those co-working spaces will accept your mail as a drop-off location, which means you can use them as an address for your business, which makes it easy for you to get a Google business account.
Okay. Can you use a PO box?
Sometimes it's because not a PO box. Can't be a PO box. Has to be a physical location, which is why the co-working sites are great for that.
Okay, well, anyways, that blew my mind. Hopefully it blew yours. That was a little extra bonus in there. Jonathan, that's it. I think we've broken down at least the benefits
of a beta.
We didn't tell them the cons.
What are the cons of a beta?
I don't know. It's just part of the learning process. It's a little scary. There's definitely fear there. Yeah. Because you're still trying to figure out what to do and you don't want to kind of let people down. I know that was one of my anxieties was I don't want to let people down because they are paying money. They do know it's a beta, but I still want to show up and give them 150%,
Right. And you will. Like that's what we all kind of do. At least most people. I've never been in a beta program that was terrible.
Same.
I've always been in good beta programs. And then when you're in the program, like I hold on to great pricing for my coaching.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
That's very true. My gosh. Now I'm thinking about is there anything? Another thing too, as far as a con, I guess it depends too on how you're getting beta testers, but that's also a fear of, will I mesh well with this person?
Right. Yeah.
That's a whole other episode, but.
Yeah. Well, and that it boils down to like, if you're talking to the right people, the people to get you. And if you're just like, for me, I just offered up 2 of my intensives as a prize for something. The people that I get may not be my people. They may not work for me. They may be the best people ever, but they may not be my people because they're just being offered a prize. And that's, you know.
I know. And also, like, if you do have a bad experience with somebody, it's good because that's a learning experience. And if anything, it might force you to do an application type of, I don't think you believe in those, but you know what I'm saying? There's different ways.
My intensive is not, they make the first payment. And then if I don't know them, they get an interview before they are accepted into the program.
Oh, okay. So many ways. Oh my gosh, you guys, we can have like 10 parts of beta offers.
Yeah. I know, and my intensive isn't even a beta, but I'm doing a lot of beta things with it because it is the second time I'm running it.
Okay.
And you know, I beta test things 3 times.
That's the Jonathan method, the Jonathan Howard method. Mine is 1 and go.
1 and go. So.
Well, Jonathan, hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
I know, this wasn't a mini episode, at least.
No, it wasn't. Good luck editing this. Jonathan, if you didn't know, Jonathan edits every single one of our episodes. So thank you, Jonathan.
I edited out all our laughter in one of them.
That was hard. And I have to watch. I watch
it too. Before I send it to you, I watch it, but I miss the things that I edited because I'm like, oh yeah, I did that well.
No, don't worry. I'll catch everything.
I know.
I try to anyways.
Anyway.
Okay, well, tell people if they want to review.
Speaking of reviews.
Yes.
Wherever you listen to your podcast, make sure you give us a rating, a review, whatever you can do there. Mimi says 5 stars. We're technically not allowed to tell you what to give us, but Mimi says 5 stars.
Who says?
If you could give her 10, the Federal Trade Commission.
Selena Gomez. Remember that song? Who says? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You know, just the government. Because you can't encourage people to give false reviews, but
right.
Anyway, if you loved what you listened to, give us 5 stars. If you hated it, you can give us 0, but we don't want any zeros. So if you hate it, just don't listen anymore.
Yeah, if you don't like it, just email us. We'd rather...
Yes. Just don't listen anymore. Goodbye. No.
Goodbye. Hit the unsubscribe button.
Yeah. Thank you, though, for being here and enjoying our banter and our fun. Mimi, where can they find us?
All over. Okay, we're on Instagram. We're on YouTube if you'd rather watch the podcast. We have a few people. Shout out to Adam. He loves watching and he loves listening. He's like a double listener.
There we go.
Double listener watcher.
We're going to be
he's
putting some
fan.
of this on Spotify now soon.
Yeah.
I think it's actually, I hear it's easy.
Oh, I love easy.
Yeah, I know.
You guys, I do want to end this. We want to end this with the most important question of them all, which, Jonathan, I don't even know if you know the question.
I do.
Oh, you do. That's right. I put it in the notes. I wanted to surprise you. Here's the question we would love for you to answer, you, the listener, if you want to answer on YouTube in the comment section or on Instagram, or you can just message us. We would love to know, are you team build as you go? Like, does that make you feel good? Or are you team have it all ready before you even launch the beta? Curious.
Build as you go.
I never thought I would say that, but I like that. Again, you can have an overview, but not.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let us know what it is for you guys. But thank you again. Thank you for listening and watching, and we appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. Bye, Jonathan Howard.
Bye, Mimi Langley.